Hi there, and welcome to another Ideal with Neil news market update. I hope everyone's having a great day. Gorgeous sunny weather here today. A couple more weeks before spring, and vaccines are starting to ramp up. So all is looking pretty good, I think. Let's get right into the market stats, which are a little alarming for some buyers out there, to say the least. February was ending up just as crazy as January did. We ended up with up 67% in our sales from January versus February. We had 597 units sold. Amazingly, I talked last month about where the single detached sales average sale price was at, and it was at 850 at that point. Well, now it's gone in February to 910. That's with 337 detached units sold. So pretty incredible. Certainly as far as the other average sale prices go, the apartment condo units were up over 415,000 for the average sale price. Townhomes were over 610,000, and semis were up over 685. So really incredible numbers still. You have to keep in mind that when we look at these average sale prices, there are some outliers that affect the average sale price. Certainly, many of you may have heard of this semi over by the Activa area selling for $800,000. Well, that's quite outside the norm, and that does affect the average sale price. There was another one in Eastbridge selling for $1,500,000, which again, when you start looking at some of these ones that are a little bit outside the norm, they do have an effect on the average. So I know our real estate board is working on, and looks like we've got some new measuring statistical devices to be able to look a little differently at the stats. So moving into the future here, I think we'll look at some of those numbers and see how those things play out and measure what's going on. Certainly, as far as number of listings, incredible. At the end of February, we were at 295 active listings, which is 73% below the 10-year average, so pretty incredible. Months of inventory remained super low. We were at 2 weeks, which essentially, if we didn't get any more listings and sales continued, at their current pace, we'd be out of listings in 2 weeks. So that's, certainly. When we look at how crazy the market is, all these types of factors play into it. It'll be interesting to see moving forward here. Just in this past week, maybe a little bit of a change underfoot. We saw interest rates go up a little bit. Really, the 5-year fix is at 2% or just over it. So essentially back to where we were kind of last fall. So it really shouldn't make much of a difference. But sometimes these things, just give buyers an opportunity to pump the brakes and just take a step back for a minute. Certainly in the past week, we've seen some listings being relisted, meaning they didn't sell on their hold date. And certainly that is something that we're not used to seeing, and we've seen a bit of that. And from my own experience, from showings that I've done in the past week, I get notified on number of offers on listings, things like that. And certainly we've seen maybe fewer offers happening on some of these listings. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's still lots of craziness going on out there, but who knows? Perhaps maybe there is a little bit of a change afoot, and that certainly will remain to be seen over the next few weeks. So we'll keep monitoring that and seeing what happens in the market. Certainly, with all of this, what has been going on. It's important to know. I mean, a lot of people are curious about the values of their own homes, and quite shocked sometimes when I tell them what's been happening, if they haven't been had any reason to pay attention to the news or anything like that. So of course, you can look at all these stats and that sort of thing as attached in the email here. But if you do have any questions or are curious what your place might be worth, certainly it's probably a lot different than the last we spoke, and I'm happy to to dig in a bit and do some research on that if you're at all curious or thinking of selling. Certainly, if you are thinking of selling, typically you have to buy something, and around here it is a bit of a task to say the least to try and do that. But if you're, thinking of moving out of the area or renting for whatever reason, or that sort of thing, moving to the cottage, those options are out there for some people, and they may get a nice surprise as to what their place is worth these days. So again, I can't thank everyone enough for passing my name on. Really appreciate it. My business, of course, is the majority by word of mouth and referral, and I really do appreciate it. If you know of anybody thinking of buying or selling, do appreciate you continuing to pass my name on. So that's about it for now, and we'll talk again next month. Take care. Bye for now.